Welcome to Bring Speech Home. My name is Jason Amos. In this tutorial, we're going to be going over the milestones for our children 2 to 3 years of age. Like previously stated in our other videos, this checklist is not meant to be a hard and fast, my child better have everything in these boxes checked off. That's not the intent. The way we use all of these checklists is we look for a progression of language. We start with our babies and the babbling and the cooing and crying with intent, and we move and we progress. We go through individual sounds and then putting sounds together, sounds together with a lot of errors, and then you start seeing the errors go less and less. And now we're here at our 2 to 3 year olds. This is an explosion of vocabulary time for kids. You are going to see them start using short phrases. So we've gone from crying with intent now to 2 to 3 years. You really want to see 3 to 4 word phrases. A lot of it will be directly related to themselves and the environment. I want baby. I want drink. I am cold, things like that. Get my jacket. They're really going to be talking about what is really right there in front of them. And you're going to see a huge increase in vocabulary, somewhere between 50 and 250 words. Again, that is a very large range, but kids will develop at a different pace. If your child only has 45 vocabulary words and they are 2.5, that does not necessarily indicate that there's something going on. Again, we want to look at the big picture and see how we're progressing, and then sure, we can identify areas where we take a look at the tutorials and try and kind of beef up what we're doing to kind of support those areas. On the expressive part, you're going to see more use of pronouns, I and me, and very kind of child-centered. And then on the receptive side, you're really going to see that they're going to start identifying body parts. You can ask them questions, what is this, or hand me that, and they start to really understand and follow directions pretty consistently. Go get your shoes, get your toothbrush. It's tying in that vocabulary that they're building. And then they really start to understand when you're asking them to do very simple one-step tasks at 2 to 3. And then they really start to enjoy listening to longer stories. This is a wonderful time to continue to read to your children, having them in your lap talking about books. Of course, we kind of guide you through that in the tutorials, but they really soak it up at this age and are able to kind of start to have a little conversation. They start to, change their vocal pitch and when they're happy and sad. So those foundations of communication are starting to build. So again, just looking at the progression, we are now at our 2 to 3 years of age where we went from crying to communicate to sounds sounds together with some errors. Now are less and less errors. We're becoming more intelligible and really starting to kind of communicate back and forth. If you have any questions about this milestone age group or any of the previous ones, please give us a phone call or shoot us an email. Again, we want to make sure we're all starting on the same page and that we all have a good idea of where we want to go. And that's what we're here to do. We're here to help you through that process. And if you don't know where to start, we are certainly here to get you going. Appreciate you watching this tutorial, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care.